We'll finish up the topic called offer. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
This is very important for your examination point of view. So just concentrate. It's very easy topic as we have done with our essentials of a valid contract now. Essentials of a valid contract.
Yes, ma'am.
Consensus, ad item, offer, acceptance, consideration. All these are called essentials of a valid contract. Section 10.
Yes, ma'am.
So now we are going to see what are the essentials of a valid offer. So why we have to study means, see, offer means, as I told you, this is the starting point to form a contract, to form an agreement. Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, yes.
So here we have
Yes,
as it to make a contract as valid contract, it has to satisfy the conditions which are given as per section 10 of the Contract Act 1872. So same way, if one person makes an offer to the other person, offer means the definition we have studied in section 2 clause A. Section 2 clause A. Yes or no?
yes, yes, section 2 clauses.
Yes, madam.
Is talking about when one person express his willingness to do or not to do, willingness to do or not to do something with an intention to get the acceptance of the other party. So that is what the definition which is given as per section 2 clause A. We have studied when we have done like the introduction chapters. Okay. Section 2 clause A.
Have you checked with the RBI?
Rajeshwari,
Yes, ma'am, it is section 2 clause A, yes.
clause A, the definition we have studied, no? When one person expresses willingness to do or not to
It
do.
is willingness to do or not to do, yes.
As I told, it can be positive or it can be negative.
Can be
Sometimes
negative.
offer can be made by the person to do, not only to do, to not to do the act also, and that is also considered an offer. Okay,
Yes,
so
yes.
now we are going to study when one person makes an offer to the other person. So it has to, even that offer has to satisfy certain conditions. Even that offer should has to satisfy certain conditions. Then only it is called as a valid offer. Otherwise, it is not a valid offer. So it is not. If it is not a valid offer, the other party, how can he give the acceptance? So to make an offer and a valid offer, we have to study certain conditions. So we will check what are the conditions one by one. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So the first condition is when one person makes an offer to the other person, it must be able to create legal relationship. It must be able to create legal relationship. See, as I told that, I gave the example of Balfour versus Mrs. Balfour, no?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Balfour
ma'am.
versus Mrs. Balfour. Because we have discussed in detail. See, the Contract Act 1872 is telling that when two parties are making a contract, the intention should be to create legal relationship, but not the
Emotional.
domestic
Domestic, social.
domestic social obligations. So here what happens when the person makes an offer to the other person. See, I'll take one example. Mr. A told Mr. B that tomorrow you just come to my house for dinner. Mr. A told Mr. B, we are going to celebrate something, a small party I'll give. So Mr. B, what happened? He was having, he's promised that he will come to the party. But due to some problems, he was not able to come to the party. So here, what happened? Mr. A, he spent a lot of money for preparing all the dishes. Okay, when Mr. B didn't come, tell me, can Mr. A can go and file a case against Mr. B?
No.
No,
Make an
ma'am.
offer.
No, it is social matter.
It is not a legal relationship.
It's not a legal matter. It's a social.
Social.
It's, it is an agreement. Okay, he makes an offer, he accepted, but the intention is only social obligation or with domestic obligation, but not the legal relationship. The intention of the parties, if one party cheats the other party for this matter, they cannot take the matter before the court because matter is a social matter. It's not a legal matter. So the offer, whenever one person makes an offer to the other person, the person who is making an offer is called promiser or he can call offerer. Understand what we can call that person as?
Promiser or offerer.
offerer. Both are same. Don't get confused. Promiser or offerer, and the other party is called offeree.
Promisee.
Promisee and offeree.
Promisee and offer.
So, first, what is the first condition? When one person makes an offer to the other person, the intention should be to create what? Intention should be to create legal relationship.
Legal relationship.
Clear?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
So the second one, the Contract Act 1872 is clearly telling that when one person makes an offer to the other person, the offer must be clear and definite. The offer must be clear and definite. What is the meaning of this one? What is the meaning of that one? Clear and definite means, see, Mr. A told to Mr. B. Mr. A told to Mr. B that I want one house for rent. One house for rent. So Mr. B said, yes, I have one house. Are you interested to take my house for rent? Mr. A said, okay, I'll take your house for rent. So tell me, like, what are the, like, how much rent I have to pay? What is the things that you want? So Mr. A said to Mr. B, like rent is 85,000 per month, imagine. He said, okay, I accept it. And Mr. A said, I want the house to be decorated like as per the present style. The house to be decorated as per the present style. So here the offer, the person is telling, I'm ready to make the payment. Rent, how much you said? 85,000, I'm ready to pay. So the style of the house, if you want to decorate the house like a present style. So here, is it clear? Present style means, what is the meaning of present style? See, everyone will not have the same thinking. If one style, if I like, the other party may not like that thing.
It should be specified.
It should be specified. Present style means what kind of furniture you want, what kind of color you want. See, if I like blue color, it doesn't mean that the other party also like the blue color. So here, whenever the person is making an offer, the terms of the offer must be clear. Tell him what kind of style that you want. Present style means it can be something for someone and it can be different for the other party. So why? So the act is telling that when one person is making an offer to the other person, be clear with the terms. The terms should not be vague. Vague means it should be in an understandable manner. So why this is necessary means, see, whenever the parties will go to the court, that's the matter, isn't it? Students are there. Okay. నా తర్వాత ప్రాజెక్ట్స్ వెళ్ళారు వచ్చి వెళ్ళారు అడగండి if you want to take. So the court says that whenever you will come to us to settle the matter, even we have to find out the meaning of the terms. Don't enter into a contract where the terms are not able to understand. Be clear with your terms. If you want to give the, see, Mr. A told to Mr. B that I want to sell my pen, the cost for certain amount. For certain amount means, what is the amount? Certain amount means the other party will not make the payment. If you go to the court will ask the question, what is the meaning of certain amount? Certain amount means 10 rupees payment or 20 rupees payment. So be clear with the terms. Whenever you are negotiating, whenever you are making an offer, be clear with the terms. Okay, and the terms should be in understandable manner. The terms should be in what manner? Understandable manner. And even a layman can understand the terms of the contract, but should not vague. Vague means the person cannot understand what you made an offer and what he is accepting. So this is the second condition. This is called what? This is the second condition of a valid offer. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
What is the first condition? Offer must be able to create legal relationship. And second condition?
It should be clear and defined.
Clear and definite. It should be clear and definite. Whenever you are offering something to do or not to do, be clear with your terms, and the terms should be clear and understandable manner, not vague. Even the court can understand. When you take the matter before the court, even the court can easily understand and they can settle the matter. Okay, so that is what a second condition of valid offer. And the third condition, the offer must be communicated. The offer must be communicated. See, Mr. A, actually he is having one car. and he wants to purchase the second car, new car. So he thought that every day to his house his friend will come. Okay, so daily his friend is going from like he's passing from his house only. Every day he is saying hello, hello, how are you, and this person is also telling. So the person Mr. A intention is to sell his car to Mr. B. So the thing is, if you want to make a contract with the other party, if you are interested to sell something, or if you are interested to enter into a contract, first of all communicate that offer to the person. First of all, without communication, how the offer starts? Yes or no? So the contract act is telling that whenever any person thinks that he wants to make an offer, if he thinks that he wants to make an offer, that offer should be communicated to the other party. Without communication, if you think by yourself, the offer will not start at all. So the offer should be communicated to the other party. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Should be. And one more thing, the offer is said to be completed when the same thing is communicated to the offeree, and unless otherwise the person will get the information about the offer is not said to be completed. What happened here, a company A limited and B limited, both the companies want to deal. Both the companies, actually Mr. A, I'm sorry, not Mr. A, company A limited, what they said, they want to make an offer to the B limited that they want to supply the raw material. Okay, here what happens, so the company cannot do the work by itself now. It's an artificial person. So who will do the work? The director will do the work. Here what happened, the director wrote a letter to director of B limited. What is the letter? That we are interested to supply so and so material to your company. Are you interested to purchase the material from us? Okay, so this is an offer. Actually, the company A limited wants to make a B limited. So what happened? They have drafted the letter. After drafting the letter, what is the next step? They have to post that letter to B limited, director of B limited. But what happened? After drafting the letter, the director, he kept the letter in his desk only. After drafting, he forgot to post the letter. Tell me whether the offer starts here, whether the offer is completed.
No, madam.
No, ma'am. No.
It's not completed. Because the letter has to be sent. It has to reach into the hands of director. Okay, na? So the offer is said to be completed when it will come to the notice of the offeree. If you make simply an offer without sending the message, the offer is not said to be completed. So offer is said to be completed when it is when the offeree gets the knowledge of the offer. అంటే నువ్వు ఇచ్చినట్టు నాకు తెలియాలంటే ముందు నాకు అది తెలియాలి. ఫస్ట్ ఆఫ్ ఆల్ నువ్వు అనుకుంటే అది అయిపోదు. దట్ ఈస్ నాట్ సెట్ టు బి కంప్లీటెడ్. That should
information.
come to mind.
Sharing information sharing.
The related is set to complete. See, one case is there, Lalman Shukla versus Gauri Dutt. It's a very famous case. Lalman Shukla versus Gauri Dutt.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
here what happens? Do you know the case?
In degree we have, ma'am.
In degree you have no? Come on, you just tell me what is the case.
Okay,
Josna.
I'll cover it in a short way for you. There are some things like freedom to.
Josna,
The defendant nephew having absconded from home, ma'am. He sent a servant to find.
come on, explain the case. After that, I'll do that.
He offered the reward 500 rupees, ma'am.
Properly you explain.
The boy.
Properly explain. Because all your classmates are there. From beginning, you just explain the case to each and everyone.
Freedom to move. You can also move. Reside is to stay. Okay, freedom to move around. Freedom to make associations.
Come on, Josna, what happened?
Freedom to do public assembly, but without arms. Okay, association, yes, Surya Assembly. Yes, Shirisha, want to say something? Yes, this is already been said. Now coming to our main points, which
The defendant nephew having absconded from home, ma'am. He sent his servant to find out him.
anything over. It's changing. But
Later, he offered the 501 rupees to anyone who discovered the.
it has some reasonable restrictions. Okay. So my point is.
The offer came to knowledge of the servant.
Legal structure, which is saying article.
After he had already discovered the.
How can you regulate the
The suit claim filed by the survey to claim the reward.
How can you stop me from writing? How can you stop me from posting? How can
Then what happened?
He could successfully claim the reward only on the basis of contract.
Whether he's able to claim?
Philosophy. Okay? So,
He claimed the amount?
in India there's a lot of Baba.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Sure.
So, start with
No, he
On the basis of
should have filed a case against Gauri claim as he was entitled.
Madam, lot of disturbance,
court
madam.
Lot of disturbance. Sir.
yes, has anyone seen about
Not from my side. From your group mates, or someone is they're not switch off. They're like
the
my.
only person
Ask them to switch off.
having full knowledge about Baba?
Okay.
Sami,
Just
Sami, use up your mind.
Abdul Sami, I think he is the one.
Okay, there are a lot of Asaram of music. Asaram is very important. Since we social events, I've seen some of it.
Some class is going on, madam.
The point is,
See, 6th semester class is also going on. What to do? That we can't
Sorry,
avoid.
I have a mute. This is Abdul Sami. I have a mute now.
Huh?
It's on mute.
Which I actually do in a certain other form. I have a course for small
There is a lot of disturbance coming from
motivation and personality development. That's a separate thing. Okay, it's very similar to being a Baba. So, becoming a Baba, I am asking for chanda or funds. That is a coming various things.
Ma'am, if you are little bit louder, we can have a background.
Clearly, Srinivas sir voice is madam.
background.
Huh?
Freely tell your ideas.
Srinivas sir voice is audible, madam. Clearly.
See, that time nobody was there to take the class. Here only in lab we are taking 2 classes. One more class is also going on here. That's why you are getting disturbance.
That should be prohibited.
Okay, so what happens?
I'm not hurting.
That's why exactly 2 classes are going on at a time because all the systems are here only. Now we are getting connection from here. Only. We have the
From your madam.
Unless one doesn't hurt settings of community, we can give express.
Okay, concentrate on your class. Otherwise, you will learn 6th semester class. Concentrate here. So here, what happens? One person actually, one Mr. A is there. He lost his nephew. Means he sent his servant. He sent his servant to search for his nephew. Okay, so he sent his servant to search for the nephew.
With responsibility.
Meanwhile, when the servant already went to search for the boy, for the small boy, Mr. A, what he did, he gave an advertisement in the newspaper.
Yes.
He gave an advertisement in the newspaper that whoever is going to search the boy, I'll give you reward so and so amount, maybe 3,000, whatever the amount. Just imagine he offered 30,000 amount. So at the time when the servant already went to search for the boy, servant doesn't know about this offer. He really don't know about this offer. He got the instruction from his master. He's doing his duty. He's searching for the boy. So he doesn't know anything about the information which is given in the newspaper. That is offer. He is able to found that boy. After that, what happens? After he searched the boy, he hand over that boy to his owner. He came to know about the advertisement which is given in the newspaper about the 30,000 reward. Now this servant claimed his master that I want the 30,000 reward. Master said that I will not make the payment. So this person went to the court and filed a case against the master that he want the reward. The court asked the question, at the time when you have started to search the boy, do you know about the offer? Do you know about the offer? The servant said, I don't know anything about the offer. So how can you say that the offer is not said to be completed? The offer is not said to be completed unless that will come to the notice of the servant, unless offering. As an because you don't know anything about the offer, how can you give the acceptance? Means if after knowing the offer, if you work to search for the boy, if you go to search for the boy, that is said to be accepted for the offer and you will get the reward. But at the time when you went to search for the boy, you don't know anything about the offer. So how can you, the offer is not said to be completed from your part because you don't know anything about the offer and you don't have any right to ask the employer, like the owner, to make the payment. Okay, that is a different thing. That is a different thing. If out of concern, because you are a servant, you search for the boy. You search for the boy. If the owner is ready to make the payment out of the concern, like because you search for him, that is different thing. But as per the contract Act 1872, servant don't have the right to ask the master to make the payment. Because how do you know about the offer? You don't know anything about the offer. If you know about the offer, only offer is said to be completed. So this is like he got the payment from the master. That is a different thing. Out of the court, the matter got settled. But as per the Contract Act 1872, the person, the offeree cannot give acceptance unless he doesn't know about the offer. So you don't know about the offer now. How can you say that I have give the acceptance, that I search the boy, now you make the payment? Understood?
Just relax, take nice medicines.
Yes, ma'am. So he did not get the record of page 501.
Yes. So here the offer is said to be completed when it is communicated to the offeree. Understood? It is communicated to the offeree. So when it is you don't have the communication, how can you say that I have accepted?
Ma'am,
How can
small
you say
doubt.
that I accepted?
But this is then public offer what he has given in the newspaper act.
Yes, public offer. Exactly, it's a general offer.
It's a general offer. Based on that, he can claim, na?
What he can claim? See, after seeing the offer, if you work on that, you can claim. Do you know about the offer? You don't know about the offer.
Okay, meanwhile he
worked
came
as
to
a
know that.
servant.
If meanwhile he came to know that, in between he came to know that before finding the boy. he came to
Before
know
finding
that-
the boy, if you came to know about that, you can claim.
Yeah, okay.
But after searching the boy, after few days are over, this servant claim for the amount
Okay.
later.
Intellectual property.
Okay, ma'am.
Later the servant claim. After few days, like everything, the scene, everything is over. The boy was hand over. And one more thing, as a servant, when you are working under someone, what is your duty? It's your moral obligation to do the duty of your owner. Yes or no?
Yes, he has to fulfill.
He has to. It's a moral obligation. So that is also one of the like, it is your duty to do work for your master. If your master is in trouble, you have to help him. So that is also one point.
Yes.
Madam,
Allow some system to correct.
hello, madam.
Cheppandi.
Madam, in the same scenario, if the boy produced by the third person, that time also the third person also don't know about offer. After the produce the boy, he know about that. Can he claim that?
That depends on the person who is giving the amount. If he is a good person, then definitely he'll make the payment. Because if boy is important than the money, then definitely general scenario, what will happen? If you don't know about the offer also, later on if you come to know, you can get the amount.
I am asking from the third person side.
That's what I'm telling. If the third person, he doesn't know anything about the offer. If he doesn't know anything about the offer. See, but in the night time, he's able to find that boy. He's able to find that boy. He will come and hand over that one. He will come and hand over to the owner. See, whenever, if he doesn't know about the offer, he cannot claim the money. He cannot claim the money. But after like few days, if he comes to know about the offer which is given for 30,000 rupees, he can come back and he can ask the money. Now this depends on the situation who is paying the money. If he wants, he can pay. He has a right to say, actually, now I'm not giving the offer. The offer is given so and so date. So at the time when you came along with the boy, you would have asked me the money at that time. But now you are asking, I will not give the money. There is a right. He can say that.
So, this money labor for WhatsApp use.
He has this right under the Act 1872.
No.
Master.
Ramesh, you asked that question, huh? Ramesh?
Even if master is the refuse the offer amount.
let me explain.
third person can go the court?
Yes, wait, I'll tell you. If you are a third person, imagine I lost my son. Okay, lost means he got misplaced. He's a very small kid. See, you are able to, as a human being, if you come to know about the information, my son told so and so details, my mother. So what he will do? I gave the advertisement. You don't know anything about the offer. You don't know anything. But simply as a human being, you are able to find out my son. You came to my house. Okay, you came to my house. You say you hand over my son to me, and I said thank you. So here what happens? The person who has the right, he has to claim the amount. If you are the person, because you have the right to claim the amount, na, you should have claimed at that time only. But you don't know anything about the offer. You don't know anything about the offer. Now the question comes to me. Out of concern, because me pani meer chesinapudu, if I want, I will disclose that because you are a good person, you don't know about the offer, I will make the payment. So I can say that, or otherwise I can keep shut. I will not disclose that to you at all. So now this depends. If you have the right, claim the right that time only, because you don't know anything about now. Later on, if you will come, again two situations. I can pay, or otherwise I can refuse.
Yes, madam, that's all I am asking. If you refuse that amount, give the amount also, can I fight with the court?
You cannot.
Okay, that's it.
You cannot, because you should know the offer at the time when you are doing the action. The court will ask you, do you know about the offer means? What will be your answer?
No.
No, then don't claim. Offer is said to be completed when information will come to you. So that is what the case. Exactly, you ask the correct question. Offer is said to be completed when the offeree knows the information. You don't know the information, no? So how can you ask me to do the work?
But actually, when I am doing the work, yeah, madam, when I am doing the work, I have offer also in process now.
Offer?
Offer is also process now. It is already process when I am working.
Do you have the knowledge?
No, but it's already in force. It's only
But
in
you should,
open.
whatever it may be, general offer, see, whatever general offer ఉంది అనుకోండి, అది నాకు ఎప్పుడు తెలుస్తుంది? జనరల్ ఆఫర్ పబ్లిక్ అడ్వర్టైజ్మెంట్ న్యూస్ పేపర్లో ఇచ్చినప్పుడు నేను చూసినప్పుడే కదా నాకు తెలుస్తుంది.
Yes, ma'am.
అవునా కదా? ఇఫ్ ఐ సీ ద న్యూస్, దెన్ ఓన్లీ ఐ కమ్ టు నో. సీ ఇఫ్ ఐ డెంట్ సీ ద న్యూస్ పేపర్ ఫ్రమ్ లాస్ట్ 1 month, నీకు 1 year తర్వాత న్యూస్ పేపర్ దొరికింది, అప్పుడు వెళ్ళి అడిగితే విల్ దే గివ్? You have to do the action when you know the offer. That is the thing. Without knowing the offer, without knowing the advertisement, you have done something. So now that depends on me. Kavalaste nenu istanu lete iyanu. Kan meeku matram you don't have any right to ask me.
Yes, ma'am. Okay, ma'am.
Yes, madam.
Got it na? All of you?
Yes, ma'am.
So
अभी वो बच्चे को सर्च कर रहे हैं and तब भी if we get to know about the offer, then what?
अगर आप बच्चों को सर्च कर रहे हैं, आपको ऑफर के बारे में पता चल गया और आपको बच्चा मिल गया, हाँ?
Yes.
तो आप क्या करते हैं? इमीडिएटली आते ही बच्चों को हैंड ओवर करते ही आप पूछेंगे कि मेरा अमाउंट मुझे दीजिए. इसका मतलब क्या है? दैट यू नो द ऑफर. नाउ यू हैव द राइट टू आस्क मी. Now you have the right to ask me, because meanwhile doing the work, आपको पहले पता नहीं, दूसरे के थ्रू आपको पता चला. यहाँ what is the main thing is you should know the offer. You should know the offer and as per the offer only you are doing something. बच्चे को हैंड ओवर करते टाइम पे आप पूछेंगे मेरा रिवॉर्ड कहाँ है, मतलब यू हैव द राइट टू क्लेम द अमाउंट. आपको ऑफर पता है. अगर बच्चे को हैंड ओवर करने के बाद 1 month के बाद 2 months के बाद आपको एडवर्टाइजमेंट मिल गया, अरे मैं आपको हैंड ओवर कर दिया ना, मेरा रिवॉर्ड कहाँ है, तब क्यों नहीं पूछे? मतलब आपको पता नहीं था, ऑफर ही पता नहीं था, तो ऑफर कंप्लीट ही नहीं हुआ. एक्सेप्टेंस कैसे दे सकते हैं आप?
Yes, ma'am.
Got the point?
Yes, I got.
All of you be clear.
How long is an offer valid, madam?
Yes, madam.
Till the person is going to be hand over.
Someone else will come and take over. Yes, Mr. Srinivas, you want to say something?
The moment the boy is hand over, na, the offer is said to be complete.
Thank you very much, sir, for everyone. That was very important.
See, whenever you are going to hand over, that time only you have to claim the amount. It means you know the offer. If you have not claimed, you don't know the offer and don't ask me to make the payment. That's it. What is the offer? Offer is that I'll make the payment if you're going to search for my nephew. If you search for my nephew, hand over that boy to me, offer is over. Offer is over. Hello?
Okay, madam. Okay, madam. Thank you.
Clear? All of you?
Yes, clear, madam.
Yes,
Mr. Ramesh?
Yes, madam. Clear, ma'am.
మేడం సెమినార్ హాలా ఎందుకు హలో
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
So offer should be communicated. Okay, this one is clear now. So what is the first one? Offer should be made to create legally. Second thing,
Clear
offer
and
should be
defined.
it need to be communicated. Okay, it need to be communicated. Next one. So okay, tomorrow I'll explain the remaining class. Okay, next.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
The few points are there. Essentials of valid offer only. Now we have been called to do some other work. So 2-3 essentials are there and types of offer is also there. I thought that I'll finish the class today, but it's okay. Monday we'll continue.
Okay, madam.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, madam.
Thank you, ma'am.